Oh, it would help if I put Richard in the right place, wouldn't it? Doo-doo. There we go. Hello, Richard. Welcome back. And I have got Richard unmuted. Yes, so everybody, thank you very much for coming back again tonight to a history of Book of Revelations. As for usual, we will be Richard will be talking in his wonderful voice, and I'll be telling him everything that he is that he's wrong. I think
Right. That's the usual thing. Isn't that what we do?
that's what we do. That's what we do. We try. We make it funny.
How long we've been doing that? We've been doing that for a few series now. This is the fourth one, right?
It's number four. Number four.
Yeah.
I was looking today. I have 368 videos. 368 videos. Half of them not watched. Like nobody watches it, but there's 368 of them. Mad amount of videos. Go back and watch the first couple of series. They're good. They're fun. Anyway, Richard, I think if we have got this correct, then that should be where we are. Nobody is muted.
See the side chat.
Dave, nobody is muted.
Yeah, don't even try it, Dave. You did that last week.
All right, you're the only person I won't believe, Dave. All right, unfortunately now with muting, on that topic of muting.
You did that joke last week, Dave.
I had Dave make like 900. Yeah, well, that's you release them in edits. If I took 3 minutes out of all my videos, I'd have loads of videos. But yeah, Richard, I do believe that we were starting Revelations 3.
I believe that's right.
The new letter, a letter to sardines.
Yes, sardines. Yes. That's it.
Would you like to start us off?
Yes, Revelation 1. It seems appropriate right now, I guess.
That's what we're going for.
Yeah, unto the angel of the church in Sardines. No, Sardis. Sorry, I was confused there. Please write, these things saith he that hath the 7 spirits of God and the 7 stars. I know thy works, that thou hast a name, that thou livest and art dead.
Yeah, dead.
Yeah.
Last week we had this conversation about who could it be who lived and resurrected. Well, that can only be Jesus. So you can't say now who that lived and is dead is Jesus. You can't say the same person.
Right. That's right. So first this thing about the 7 spirits and the word "and" here, and the 7 stars.
Right.
Now the first thing I'm suspicious of is the word "and."
In the English language, the fact that we've been discussing this a few times and stuff, and I would maybe not have issues with it in reading it originally, but after listening to you nag on, yeah. So you're saying the 7 spirits and the 7 stars are the same thing.
Yeah, I'm going to still maintain that. And the word "and" here doesn't defeat that. You could read it to where it defeats that or argues against it. That's fine. But there's 2 kinds of "ands," and they're different words to the Hebrew people, to the Greek people than to the way we think of the word "and" right now.
One thing I will mention for the audience, I know Richard, if you look back in the previous episodes, he has put definitions and some questions that we've talked about on the episodes. And, if you wonder why we don't bring it up, it's because Richard usually leaves it in the comment section of the video that we're watching. He hasn't left the citations yet, though, but he's going to start doing that, aren't you, Richard? The actual citations.
Oh, yes. Yep. A little bit of prodding there. Yeah, the prodding's fine.
So, you're going to maintain that they're the same?
Yeah, I'm going to maintain they're the same because "and" has 2 ideas. So you have this thing, and separate from that, and this thing. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
But you also have the idea of building upon. I have a car and all the tires necessary. That was a horrible example.
I get what you're saying, but I'm going to pull that example apart, but it's part of something rather than the same thing differently described.
Exactly. It's not 2 separate things. It's a building upon.
Yes, but I would say
besides
the
that, the word
tires. But
and
I
might
would.
not even be in the text.
Yes, but to go again with your analogy, I know what you said on it, but tires would be a subset of a car. What you're saying,
Yeah,
in
it's a
that,
terrible example. You're right.
yeah, But I'm struggling to find an example of using and.
I have a car and I drive it.
Okay, that's you have a thing and you do something with a thing.
Right.
Right. So this is I am spirits of God, and I do the 7 stars.
What I got another terrible example of 2 in a row now. uh,
I'm just looking for a coherent one to back it up. You can easily say I'm ignoring that word "and" because it helps fit my narrative. No, you can say
they're bad
that.
examples. That's great. No, on the topic of vehicles, I have a car and a truck.
That's 2 different
There you
things.
go. No, it's the same thing. They're both vehicles.
But they're different.
What do you mean? Of course, they're not exactly the same thing.
Yes, but you're not describing the same thing. You are describing 2 separate.
This is hard in our language.
Richard,
more
just say,
challenging
just
than I
hi
really thought it
Betsy,
initially
hi
would
Betsy,
be.
hi Dave as well. Just say it fits my narrative, so I'm ignoring and. Go on.
It fits my narrative, so I'm ignoring and. I know there's ways in our language to structure that to where that makes sense.
We will reach out to an English teacher and check.
Yeah, I'm not that English teacher.
No, definitely not me. So we're ignoring that because it suits your narrative. And then the next thing, he knows the
That's
works.
horrible. I hate to say something like that because I don't actually do
but
that.
you did say it. Right. It's basically the same introduction as the rest of the letters. I know who you are. I know the rest of it. But this is what I want to ask here. Livest and dead. So it's not a contradiction to the other one, but it's a different. I can't say it's
different.
It's a different person.
No, it's not a different person. I know you'd like to think that.
Well, right. Okay. Right. Well, as the story goes, then they've lived, they've resurrected, then they've lived, and now they're dead.
Nope. Haven't gotten that far. He's still reading the book. He's still reading the book. He hasn't got to the part where he gets killed and resurrected yet.
But in the previous letter, we had a discussion about who it was referring to, and we both
Let's
agreed
go back up to it.
that the only person that could be describing someone who was dead and then resurrected was Jesus.
Right. Now, Jesus the Father or Jesus the Son?
Oh no, you can't do that. Because you didn't.
I definitely continuously do that.
Where is it up here? I'm gonna look for it.
And we gotta get this thing in time frame here.
No, I'm not even going to look for it. I know that we've discussed this. We discussed that it said someone had lived and then they were resurrected. And you were like, it's obviously Jesus. In this, it's saying he is dead right now.
I know that works.
Hi, Titan.
That thou hast a name. And that word name right there is going to be a name of conspicuous position, not just any old name, but like a pointed name.
Like Jesus.
Something important. It's going to mean to have a name. Everyone has a freaking name. That's not what it means. It means you have some kind of a special name, that thou livest and art dead. Mm-hmm. Well, there's also the idea of the old man is dead. If you were transformed by something biblically, it makes sense to be alive and simultaneously dead. Perhaps that's what this means. That would make sense and be consistent.
I don't know how you say that again in the Christian belief.
That is the transformation or circumcision or the old man is dead or the reborn or baptized has already happened to the person. They've already had that big change and they're dead in that they're no longer the same person.
So spiritually
actually
dead.
That works right here. What's that?
Spiritual death.
No. Spiritual life where he was spiritually dead before.
Yes. I was going to say that. Sorry. Your previous persona, the previous bad, evil version of you is dead.
Right.
And you're now reborn. Right.
Yeah, that makes sense right here. I think
100% agree with you that 100%
agree.
agree with you that that is the Christian perspective, but the Christians don't believe that they are reborn and dead. They believe that that person is gone.
Well, they can't be wrong all the time. Let's cut them some slack.
No. I'm saying they're wrong now.
Oh, yeah.
Saying you're wrong. Am I? Now I'm confused, right? Thou hast a name, thou hast livest and art dead. So
yes.
Dead being now, thou art dead. Thou did.
Yeah, right now, present tense dead, yes.
Yes. So
as they read it, they're dead. That's right.
Their old form is dead.
Yeah.
The way this is written, but by putting living first, and the fact of what you're trying to put across, of the fact that it was the bad version of you that lived first, this says to me they're talking to the bad version.
No. They can't be talking to the bad version, or else he wouldn't be dead.
Say that.
Dead people don't. Wait a minute. Dead people don't read things, right?
I would agree with you on that if we were talking physical death. Because you've been flipping
let's
and
grant
flopping.
something really simple. Whoever wrote this, for whatever reason, intended someone alive to read it.
Aha.
Okay, so he can't mean literally physically dead, or else you're writing to nobody.
Agree with you in that.
Okay, so he says you're living and art dead. The only kind of dead you can be that is not physical is some kind of spiritually dead.
Right, and it's the living person. The way I'm trying to describe it, hi Sam, the way I'm trying to describe it to you in my interpretation of this, I do understand what you're coming from, but the way I'm reading this is it is giving the previous bad form of you precedence.
Okay. I think we're going to glean that from context overall. So let's hold both premises for now.
I agree with dead and your version of it, and I agree with living and your version of it. What I'm saying is the sentence structure seems to give more power and weight to the evil version than it does.
Well, we are talking about somebody intended to read this, and it's supposed to educate them. So it could be talking about their potential rather than their realization. That's totally true.
It's just if you're talking about a transformation, and if I could structure the sentence and I put Super Saiyan Goku before Goku, it wouldn't make sense because Super Saiyan comes after it. That's the better one. The sentence structure, by me structuring it, putting standard Goku before Super Saiyan, it doesn't make sense because when I'm at this stage, I have no reason to talk to this stage.
Okay, so if Super Saiyan Goku is reading this, having already transformed, right?
Right.
Then he is living and art dead.
100% agree with you on that. But the sentence structure, it seems that it is talking
I got you.
to the previous version, though.
For now, we're just going to have to hold both as tentative and see how it turns out.
Okay. Agree to disagree. Alien overlords. That's
wait, where are we disagreeing? We're holding both positions tentatively, right?
But the reasons behind it is the important thing. This is the going with your narrative and the way that you look at it. And I'm here to tell you how wrong it is and all the rest of it. This is a problem that I see with it. Is the fact that I understand that Super Saiyan Goku is alive and Goku, standard form,
is
dead. But the fact that thou livest and art dead. Right? I would have said that I would have structured the sentence differently, and the way I'm looking at it is that thou livest. To me, it seems that it's giving more power and precedence. It's like the letter is directed at the evil one that was dead.
Right. Now, of course, it works. It works either way. That it doesn't work either way.
I understand.
You know that, right?
We're fighting over two different journeys to the same fucking destination. I understand that.
Super Saiyan Goku is reading it. And he's also not physically dead, and he hasn't died, and it doesn't work that way either.
Yeah, we could go Super Saiyan Blue and Super Saiyan God. We've got like 6 echelons. We can keep going all night, man.
I don't know that much about the show, bro. Sorry. I don't know that much about it.
No, we both have the same journey, so to speak. We both have the same destination, and I understand that we're both.
Sure.
What we're fighting over is I'm driving up the M1, and you're taking the most backward route possible. That's the difference that I'm seeing, right? And I'm disagreeing with you. I'm going. No, I'm just using this as an analogy. 2 different routes, right? Same destination. I understand your point. But it seems to me that the person he's talking to and the more prominent person that the writer is wanting to hear it is the older version.
What I'm saying is we should just wait for the next intersection and read the frickin' sign.
Hey, you're the one that got lost in the woods. I didn't know what you were doing.
And we'll know which road we're on.
Dave told you to go to this Parkins place. I don't know. I think it's something to do about walking your dog. I don't know what's going on there. Verse 3. Verse 3.
3.
No,
remember
verse 2.
Therefore.
Sorry, verse 2 even. We haven't even got past the first one, have we?
Yeah, we haven't got past one. Be watchful and strengthen the things which remain that are ready to die. For I have not found thy works perfect before God.
Right. Be watchful and strengthen the things which remain. They are ready.
That are ready to die.
Right. What are you going to explain to me from that?
That really looks to me like it's, be careful, be vigilant, keep doing your job.
I know what be watchful means, right? Right. I'm not that silly. I'm talking mainly more about strengthen the things which remain that are ready to die.
Right. So that's good things you want to preserve.
With a spiritual death.
Yeah.
Right. So so it's telling me to strengthen the people around you because get them ready for their spiritual death. Is that what it is?
I don't think so at all, no.
Right. Well, I'm trying to go.
It doesn't say folks who are people that remain. It says things that remain. So it's aspects of the reader.
Okay. The things. And then the next sentence is die. How do things die?
Yeah. Let's see. They can die through neglect or abuse.
An object, a thing.
Sure.
No, you don't say
an idea.
You don't say things. An idea you may say would die, but physical things you wouldn't say die. Like my table didn't die. My table was broke. My TV didn't die. My TV broke. Right. Physical things we would say broken, destroyed, it's damaged. We wouldn't say die. That's an anthropomorphizing.
Close enough, sure.
I hope so. You would say your car dies because that's a fucking attachment or something.
Yeah,
people
it's an
attach
expression.
To it. But it's just an expression, yeah.
If you were writing it kind of acts alive.
Yeah, if you were writing... my wee girls named my car Rocka because we listened to rock and roll in it.
Of course, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is you're telling me that it's things which remain and then they die. I have a problem with that. I've no...
No, there are things that die that were never physically alive at all, such as I can no longer tell you what a gerund phrase is in breaking down English sentences. That died in me.
Hold on. Go back.
I used to know what that is.
I was having a brain explosion from what you said there at the start, that something doesn't need to be physically alive to die.
To die, that's right.
Right, again.
Right. To die, it lost its essence. It's no longer there. It doesn't work. It's completely broken.
English language, we're using it in that context. This is a serious thing being written to the savior of the planet. We're not using slang.
Right.
We're being serious.
It's clear to him.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Taking, what do you call it when an internal perspective, an internal point of view, whatever the fuck it is. Internal critique, right? You're not, if you're writing such a serious thing to the Lord of all lords and the savior of the planet and all that bollocks, you're not going to be talking slang. The references you're using are more to do with the English language.
That's not slang.
Well, not slang, but I can't find the fucking word. You know exactly the point I'm making. Don't make me look stupid. Moving on.
It's not about making you. No, I took it serious. I mean, what you said, it makes perfect sense. Look, also elsewhere in the Bible, it says, "I sent no speaking prophet. You killed my prophets."
I am okay. That's fine. I ain't defending the fucking Bible. I'll tell you that that's bullshit too.
No, it's in an internal critique. There's only one way that makes sense. It only makes sense if they were books that don't speak. They don't use their mouths. They don't have them, and you ignored them. They died.
I ignored them. They didn't die.
Yeah.
Okay.
You killed them because you did not bring them to life. You didn't use them.
You killed them by not bringing them to life. That to me makes no sense in my little ears.
Well, it's definitely talk of using anthropomorphization.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, it is.
In the English language.
What do you mean in any language?
Okay, with cars and things like that, there I would say people in France still would say their car Lula Bichat or whatever the fuck it is. I don't know. But you get the point. I'm talking about modern now and the way they didn't speak and think the way we do.
You're wrong. You're wrong. They used expressions like this all the time.
I am not disagreeing that they had phrases and stuff like that. I'm just saying that, you know,
just look at the idea of gender in language and written word.
The
idea of gender, that a boat is a woman.
Pointing out for Dave in the audience, how many times has Richard waved his hand in front of the camera? Just making sure, you know, because he didn't know that all them tattoos were on his hand. This is how often Richard shows these tattoos on screen. Like 5 times he's waved his hand in front of the camera.
To say that like a gun has a male gender and a boat has a female gender in language is a long-standing tradition that we look at those things that way and we anthropomorphize inanimate objects, giving them sexuality.
If you phrase it like that,
this is not new. That's not a new idea at all. To say an immaterial construct is dead through anthropomorphization of it, giving it aspects of the living animal, is not a new thing. Not at all.
Okay, right. We'll grant that in that phrasing and the way you put that across. That argument is good and logical and sound, and I will grant that. Now, why the fuck am I preparing my table and chairs today for the alien resurrection or the alien invasion?
Okay, now I'm lost. Go ahead. I have no idea what you just said.
Right. The next line says, "Be watchful and strengthen the things which remain that are ready to die."
Right.
Right.
So good things that you don't want to die.
No, I'm talking. Don't ruin my trail of thought, right?
Oh, so good.
They're going to die. We need to look after and strengthen and prepare these things. Being anthropomorphized inanimate objects that we would have, like tables and chairs. Why do I need to prepare and strengthen my table and chairs for the upcoming alien invasion?
You don't. You need to strengthen your childlike view of life where you accept what is even if you don't like it.
That has nothing to do...
You don't need tables and chairs.
Boom!
What?
Prepare these things and the meaning of... Prepare these things that are ready to die. So prepare these inanimate objects to be destroyed.
Preserve these things that are ready to die.
Strengthen these things which remain.
Right.
So strengthen the things that you still have, which are ready to die. It's not Thursday, Maya. It's Wednesday. Richard usually comes on Tuesday, but I was having a chat with a Wiccan lady last night. She's going to be coming on now on a Saturday in the next month or so. But anyway, that's why we're here tonight. Anyway, why do I need to prepare? Right. I'm asking you the question. This line says, prepare. I'm going to rephrase it the way I used, and it says, be watchful. Strengthen your tables and chairs that are ready to die. And you got from that, they're going to get destroyed. You need to forget that you need them. That's the complete opposite of what the line says.
What?
Give up their view that they need it and it's going to die. Give up their childlike view.
No, a childlike view is good. Openness, it's not a bad thing. Openness, accepting the reality as you actually experience it, not putting on your presuppositions and biases onto the experience, is something of a youth. It's an immaterial construct. It's a way we operate, sort of thing. Go ahead.
Okay. All of these things that you have now said twice, I do believe, is a reinforcing of a mind state from a person.
Right. Sure.
Okay. At the very start, I said that they weren't talking about things; they're talking about people, and you said no. We're talking about.
Well, they're talking about ideas within
You made
people.
you made it very clear that we were talking about things.
It's not people; it's things.
Exactly. So stop talking about the mind state of a person.
What? Okay, a noun is a person, place, a thing, or an idea.
Please don't English class me.
and you can call all of that things that exist. Ideas exist definitionally. They are things. They can die over time, ideas. For instance, a geocentric universe died a really long time ago.
Didn't die, it was proven wrong.
It died. God is dead. That's a direct quote.
Also a few movies.
It's an immaterial construct, the idea of God to the people, and the idea dies, God is dead. That's what he meant.
I don't know. Did you ever see Vampire in Brooklyn? There's a whole lot of flip-flopping.
I have not.
Flippity, flip-flop. There's a guy in it when he talks about a vampire turning into a wolf, and he's like, he flip-flopped. He's a lot of flip-floppity, flip-flop. That's what I feel like you're doing right here. I'm just seeing that guy from Brooklyn, from Vampire in Brooklyn. Flippity, flop.
You know, it doesn't really matter if we like the way this is structured, as long as it makes sense within itself.
Your sense ain't making sense to me. That's the problem, because we're talking about things, and the things that you're talking about is the mindset of a person.
Ideas. Yeah.
Yes, but the mindset of a person.
That can die.
Flip, flop, flippity, flip. You can't say a thing and then talk about a person. You can't say it's definitely referring to a thing.
Wait. Are you your flesh or your ideas? And which one are you? And please, keep those separate for me.
You flirting with me, Richard? What's going on?
I think you're kind of hot, but that's not the question here. The topic is, are you your ideas?
Oh yeah, well, a simple idea, destroy the conscious and all my memories and all my ideas, and I will be a different person. Yes.
Okay. What's the problem?
I'm a person. We're talking about people.
Yeah.
My interpretation of this suits your fucking narrative better. So you knock yourself out, like.
What are you trying to say?
My interpretation is strengthen the people which remain.
Nah,
that are ready to die.
No, doesn't work at all.
You're talking about people.
No, because now you don't have an intended reader. Doesn't work.
Do you have to say thing?
Yeah.
To maintain your narrative.
Sure, absolutely.
Okay, so you're saying this because it fits your narrative.
Nope.
Go on, say it at least
That's
3
not
times.
why.
3 times this one episode. Go on, we'll make it.
No, you're not going to squeeze it out of me. Yeah, I've said it once on one topic. I'm going to let that one go, but you're not going to get a second time, and don't even try to call it 3 times. That's just not even. That's nothing close to reality.
Oh, the third one's for fun and just
So he needs to strengthen the things that are in him that are dying that he's going to need later, right?
When you talk
and that are good things, useful things.
Okay, right.
But it's not talking about his liver.
We have literally been talking for 30 minutes and we've got 2 verses. Okay,
that's what makes this show, man.
Sorry, 3. No, we haven't even got 3. We haven't even got the third verse. Like, right.
You know, without you, if I do something like this, I get 2 viewers. You know that, right?
I'm getting what? Oh, well, there's 14 watching. Last time I looked over, there was like 6.
You see?
They love you, man. All they're talking about is how your beard would eat my beard for breakfast. It's all about you.
Okay. But it's not the same without you.
Saying that, if
I
you'd
don't
have seen Richard before we went live and this fucking thing out of control and he's got like this mad brush and he's just doing this to try and make it. Puts effort in.
It's not a brush, it's a pick. It's not a brush. I don't use brushes.
Right. I just looked at the video. I look like I'm making wanking motions on screen. So we're going to stop now and move on to verse 3.
Yeah, let's move on. Okay.
Verse 3. Go on.
Verse 3. The end of verse 2. I have not found thy works perfect before God. In other words, you're not perfect right now. You weren't perfect then.
Yeah. No, I'm understanding.
Some stuff die. You need to keep it alive because you're not perfect.
Right.
Intended reader person.
From your narrative, again, internal critique, reading that, he will become perfect. His works and him will become perfect after the invasion.
With the 7 spirits and the whole realization of the Jesus thingy. Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
From your point of view.
Right.
Hashtag there's something about Richard. See?
Was that in the side chat? I can't see it. You know?
Yeah, it's in the live chat. Yeah. Big Zebra turned
4.
up as well. Big Zebra and Wooly and Gary Priestley and Maya's here.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. All of you.
Right.
Seriously.
Verse 3.
4. 3.
3. Yeah, only 3.
3. Let's not skip 4 because we started 3 before. Let's not. Remember, therefore, how thou hast received and heard, and hold fast, and repent. If therefore thou shalt not watch, I will come on thee as a thief, and thou shalt not know the hour I will come upon thee.
Right. Now, I'm reading that as remember, therefore, how thou hast. Is that yet has received? I'm going to stick has in there to make the English.
Has, past tense, right?
Yes, so that's what we're talking about. We're talking past tense. I'm going to stick has in there because it makes it better English, but
perfect.
We're still aiming the same direction. You're happy with that, yeah? So remember, therefore, how thou has received and heard. Past tense. Right. Hold fast and repent. So keep your strength. It's all going to get better soon. Right?
Yeah.
If you don't watch out, I'm going to come at you in the dark of the night and stab you in the back and you not see me coming.
That's right. Okay, so the word repent here means to change your mind.
Yes.
Or to turn your head, literal, if physical, right?
Well,
all right.
Repent, change of your ways, find your spirit, find your spirit guide, find your goal, find where you need to be. Wait to the invasion and have your realization and your vision and you will become Jesus. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Fuck's sake, I am hanging around with you too much. Right.
Way too much. If you're getting this, you can get that much out of that little. Yeah, you've been around me too long, bro. We should just stop the show right here. Just go ahead and kill it.
Everybody, thank you very much for coming. It's been a wonderful show.
Thank you very much.
We've also got hashtag needy beard.
We won't be doing another one.
We've also got hashtag needy beard in the chat going on too. Thank you, Geo, for that. Right. Well, we can fly through verse 3 then. Verse 4.
Let me.
I'll go with this one. Right. Thou hast a few names, even in Sardis, which have not defiled their garments, and they shall walk with me in white, for they are worthy.
I wish I'd already looked up the word Sardis and had that definition ready right now. I'm not going to do it right now because it's just clumsy.
I'm guessing from the context of this and hanging around with you too much, it's going to boil down to somewhere fucking spiritual, and you're going to say a spaceship or heaven itself. One of the moon spaceships. Like, you have 22 moons behind you. We could name one of these ships every one of these places, for fuck's sake.
Oh, and they present tense walk with me in white. Yes. Yeah, he's talking. Sardis is a place for angels.
Yes, that fucking hell.
Absolutely.
Right, and right. Can I say this? And if you don't say yes, tell me you're not going to say yes. Thou hast a few names, right? Which have. Is this talking about the previous Jesuses that are all now in fucking heaven? Oh, Jesus Christ, someone shoot me. Pulled pork sandwiches. I'm not a fan of pulled pork. All right, it's in the live chat. I'm asking that someone tag me. Big Zebra tagged me. I'm not a fan of pulled pork. People sauce it up too much, like, and then when you boil it, it's dry. And I'm not a fan of pulled pork. Give me a pork fillet. Stuff that motherfucker. Slice it.
Right on.
Wee bit of fry.
Right on. Yeah.
So yeah, all these previous Jesuses from all the other planets are all hanging out in Sardis, right?
You see, I read stuff like that, and the Christians kind of glaze over it and sort of. But I read that and I go, "Hey, wait a minute."
Well, if you said if you said that to them with no previous knowledge of who you are,
right?
Having the idea,
they should still be able to think critically.
Well, I think everybody would see that, not just me from hanging around with you. You know, if everybody knows that there's lots of Jesuses happened in your narrative, then seeing if this is to Jesus, there's guys with, you know, you've had a few names. Okay, that means...
Right. That's because every one of them has a different name.
Yeah, Jesus being
and
a
when
job
you're
and not a
speaking to
person.
Jesus, it's not a name. So the idea of Jesus has had several names, and they walk with him in white, of course.
Your excitement's scaring me, right?
I just don't know how to avoid it. And I don't know how you could read this and avoid that.
Right, I could read that. No. You have to take into context, man. This is the same thing. If you take a person from the jungle and ask him about a building...
No, show me how to ignore this. I'll listen to that. I don't get it.
No. I'm not saying that someone has ignored it. I'm just saying the reason that I get it is because I know you. The reason that people in the audience is getting it, if they do, is because they know you. Okay? So we know where you're coming from. So this is why I can see this, understanding this interpretation from your point of view. Because I know your point of view. But if you just walked in off the street to a fucking church and went, that means that there's 22 fucking previous Earths and they're all the Jesuses on it. They don't know you.
Read the end of that sentence, just those last 4 words.
Or they are worthy.
Okay, now if I read the whole Bible and I searched for people who are worthy, what am I going to find?
In a Christian perspective, every motherfucker that went to heaven.
No, you're going to find 0 are worthy. According to the Bible, only Jesus is worthy. Worthy is the Lamb. All the Christians know that. Like take the town of Sodom, right? And they're like, come on, let's not destroy this whole thing. God's like, find me one. I'm destroying it. There ain't one.
You just seem like a fucking fucking find me one. Fucking Papa Cap and all them motherfuckers.
That's what I'm saying.
Find me one.
God's like, he's laid back in a Cadillac, like, find me one. I just dare you.
Yeah. Window rolling down, all this smoke coming out. He's like, find me
one.
Find me one.
And it says it so many times, none are worthy. None are worthy. It says it all the time. And then the Christian reads this and it thinks it means the Christian down the street who's worthy. There's no way to get that.
Have you read the Bible?
Yeah, right. That's what I'm asking them. Do they read it?
Your interpretation, again, man, it's you. It's you and the understanding of you that we're getting this.
But nothing else makes any sense that I've ever heard of. It's totally inconsistent. It cherry picks constantly. If I say worthy right here means those walking in white with God.
I just want to ask, Nerdy, when you type that, are you thinking this as well? Because that's, as soon as he said we are not worthy, that's exactly where my
We're not worthy. What is that from a movie, right?
It's Wayne's World, yeah.
That's it.
No, sorry, bot's not running. Yeah, right. So he that overcometh, the same shall be clothed in white. Right, again. He that overcometh.
Here you go again, yeah.
The same shall be clothed. Now here, look, my agreement with your my understanding of your interpretation of it does not mean that I agree with the interpretation. I just want to make that clear to the audience, all right? He that overcometh, the same shall be clothed in a white garment. I do believe that's supposed to say.
Right. Raiment or garment, yeah, same thing.
I don't know if that's a spell. I don't know. I've never heard of a raiment. I'm gonna go.
It's an old word. It's a Middle English word, yeah.
Bot's just not switched on, Geo. I forgot to do it, and I don't want to do it in the middle of the stream because it makes us all flash. And right, yeah. So we're just You know, talking about fucking
In-
Jesus again.
So in 5, where it says the same, that word the that's a definite article meaning a singular person.
Oh yeah, he that overcometh the same. So that's something
Right.
that other people have come before you and overcame.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in your interpretation, I can understand reading this, thinking that there was people who are worthy, being Jesus, Billy Bob, and all the previous ones' names are up
Sure.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Raiment, according to
And
Nerdy.
I will not take
Nerdy has looked up the word raiment, and it says
raiment. Yeah.
Isles of the Water, and Isles of the Water means people.
Well, yeah, well, that doesn't exactly shock me, you know.
Not garment. White people. Does that mean Easter should be survived will be clothed in white people?
No, people dressed in white, just like it just said.
No, Nerdy's descriptions is Isles of the Water and people as the meaning of raiment. So if I took it as it means people, then if you overcome it, thou shall be clothed in white people. I'm making a joke.
That could be true. I'm just wondering, is that like a Strong's or Gesenius that actually refers back to the word, or is that are we now getting a definition for a translated word?
Don't know.
But it's funny either way. He that overcometh the same shall be clothed in white raiment, and I will not, as in will not, for any reason, I will not block out his name out of the book of life. But I will confess his name before my Father and before my Father's angels.
So I figured out who Jesus is. I'm going to
Yeah.
make sure that you survive. And I'm going to go and tell the big boss man and all his boys about you in the Cadillac.
Who else gets that kind of a guarantee? Who?
All the Christians.
Oh, sure. Just every whip stitch.
Right, I've tried to switch the bot on. It needed to be updated. I skipped the update. Fucking try it now, Geo. See if it's working. Jesus done it, according to Nerdy.
Yeah.
So,
Jesus is the guilty one. That's true.
Chapter 6, verse... Fuck, I always say chapter. Verse...
Rev 3, verse 6.
I'm looking at this. It's already a repeat now. He hath an ear. Let him hear what the Spirit say unto the churches / angels / ideas / fucking stars / candlesticks. Yes?
Right. Yep. That's it.
Did everyone get that? Yeah.
And that 7 starts Philadelphia. End of show.
So basically, have an ear, let him hear. It's the same shit as what was before.
So the outrageous promise is your name can't be blotted out of the book of life. That's the outrageous promise to finish up this letter. Not that that's like special or something.
Yeah, and it's going to be Jesus because it's like, he hath an ear, let him hear, blah, 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 blah. Same thing.
I mean, I know you've already heard way too much about Jesus, but I'm afraid there's a lot more.
Oh, no. It's just basically, he that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit said unto the churches. That's right. Chapter 3, verse 6. I could go to chapter 2 and find that line, and chapter 1.
Yes, you can.
That's why I'm skipping it, because it's the same interpretation.
No need to talk about it further.
Yes, it's already there. So, and to the angel of the church. Oh, we got to a new letter.
That's the next letter, bro. That's it. We finished it.
We have 13 minutes left before the end of the hour.
That's fine. We can maybe entertain the audience a little bit. They've entertained us plenty.
Hold on. I'm just going to go right. I'm going to highlight this like this because this makes it really easy for us whenever we're looking back next week. What we do is we skip back to the end of the video.
Joke's on me. I'm the one that's the problem.
All right. And it's like, here, where were we last week? Look up that fucking video there so we can see where we are. So this is the new idea. We're going to highlight it, leave it on screen so we can just skip through the video very quickly and go, it's blue there. That's where we were. We're verse 7.
Go.
Brilliant. I think that's enough time on screen lit up blue for us to find. Come on. It's funny, like, you know. So, moving on to that, which is just me and Richard. There we go. Fuck it. We'll put the link in the chat for the last 10-15 minutes.
Sure, why not?
See if anybody would like to join.
I mean, really, I know I'm not a theologian. I'm uneducated. I never went to seminary. I didn't study Greek. I didn't study Hebrew, even just biblical Hebrew. All of that's true. But some of this stuff just screams. And I think even at a casual reading, if you didn't have a presupposition to go on as to what your church says this means, I think you would naturally assume what I'm saying.
You would still have to have the idea that aliens and the ancient aliens idea there.
Oh, that part of it, yeah. But I mean, like, none are worthy, this one's worthy. None are guaranteed, I'll never strike out your name out of the book of life. If you have an ear to hear, let him hear. Singular identifier, male. I don't know how, like, I don't know, the Calvinists go, oh, this is intended for me. I'm the intended reader. That's amazing.
The fact that you can't, I know that you can grasp it because it's the selfishness of people. It's the self-centeredness of people. It is just, when it comes to Christianity and what modern Christians is, you know, back in the day or whatever, when there's fighting over the, you know, what is canon, what is not, and shit like that. And you have people who believe different things and stuff like that. That would have been a very interesting time to be a Christian of one way or another, because they'd always be chatting. They'd always be
a fist fight. I'd have been punching him in the head. There's no way I could sit and listen to that. Not that I'd get invited. I wouldn't.
The point of meaning is what the Christians of them days is fighting over. Is God divine or not? Is it this or is it not? Or whatever the fuck, right? They're fighting over the shit that we talk about now. You know, the internet and the definitions of God and things like that. Actual intellectual conversations is what I would refer to them as. But when you look at what Christians are now, it's a grouping of people with similar beliefs who use certain parts of the Bible to justify how they act. It's not...
Which they went church shopping to find that church.
Yes.
So they always believed exactly what they believe right now. They just found a church that agrees with them to confirm their bias.
It's also, I don't want to say fear, but, you know, if I go out and shoot someone in the face, I've decided to shoot that fucker in the face. A demon didn't make me do it. God didn't whisper in my ear or anything like that, you know. I don't have to be a bad person and then find forgiveness on my deathbed and go to eternal sleep. No, right, even if there's nothing afterwards, that particular person will go to sleep happy because they believe that everything that they've given their life has been forgiven because on their deathbed they asked for Jesus or whatever, right? So they can go and die in peace. Where from my point of view, I have to find that time during my life to come to terms with what I'm doing. It's about my own representation of what I've done, my own taking my responsibility for my actions. People are afraid to do that and they like to shift, I don't say burden, shift the weight, shift the... Responsibility is the only word that's coming to mind, you know.
That works.
And they don't want to be responsible for their own actions. They want to be able to always have that fallback. It's fine, you know. Like, imagine that you're always going to get your wages, even if you're shit at work. Now, you generally try to be really good at work, but even if you don't turn up to work, you're still going to get paid. You know, full wages and all the rest of it. It gets...
Actually, you know, you could be quoting a Bible story right now.
I don't know, right? But you get what the point I'm trying to make, right? It's the giving up the responsibility to other people.
Right, but that's part of the problem. There's actually a Bible story that says no matter when you came to understand, you get the same pay.
Yeah.
It's same pay, it's same reward no matter whenever you figured out.
But... Oh, someone must have hit him before me. Thank you,
You're very bot prejudice. You like your bot, but you don't like others.
If they come in and said on anything else but .tui, or come in with a name that wasn't lovebot756, come to this porn site XYZ, I would probably let them hang around. You know, like Pigbot's fun. Pigbot does some spanking, some jokes, helps people in the community. You know, always wear your fucking
Encourage
mask.
people to wear your mask.
Yeah, exactly. You know, if bots want to come
Nice
in
guy.
and be nice, they can come in and be nice. But these bots are assholes. Hey, back just turned up. Oh, I think that's pretty much it. We've got to the end
Thanks
of
for
the
the
letter.
show.
We've highlighted it. It's been fun. I do enjoy our banter. I do think it's funny. I do enjoy myself. Have you anything on tonight? Wednesday night, have you Big Zebra on tonight?
If he can make it, yes, and
Did-
almost for sure Mac the Human.
His third message, I think, in the live chat, maybe even his second after saying hello, was, I feel sleepy.
Yep, I have bad timing for the zebra. It's true.
I'm just letting you know that may have been aimed at you then. That may have been aimed at you.
Oh, I get it. I appreciate you letting me know. I couldn't see it. You're right.
So, to everybody that turned up, the 10 that's still here, the 14 that always here, and yeah, lots of love for everybody. Always good fun with Richard. Thank you very much, Richard, as always, for
Thank
coming.
you.
And yeah, just having the banter, having a good crack. It makes one of my nights of the week that I look forward to. Like, have
Me
you
too.
anything else coming up tonight apart from the question, everything?
Well, there is one thing. The universe is doubling in size every half of a second, including everything that we measure it with. So it's not really good or bad news. You probably won't notice, but you know, there's that.
Funny story, I showed a picture of Earth from Voyager, like this little tiny blue dot, you know, and I mean the picture's this size and it's this wee fucking thing, and he's like an old Earth creationist, and he just sort of looked at it and dismissed it. Just dismissed it
Really?
straight away. Like, and it's not that he went, that's bullshit. He just went, I went back to eating it because I was scrolling through Twitter, seeing it, thought it was cool.
Did you just think you said young Earth creationist?
No, he's an old Earth creationist.
He's an old Earth creationist, but he doesn't accept that we've sent out a satellite, a probe.
I didn't get. He just dismissed it. He abortion's a big thing. Evolution doesn't exist. You know, it's.
Okie dokie. He's a flat earther, huh?
No, not a flat earther. Thinks flat earthers are stupid.
What's the problem with the probe picture then? I don't get it. What am I missing? Tell me what I'm missing here. I'm missing something.
His own. This is.
I can't calculate
every
this
Christian is different. Every Christian.
Well, every brain is different. Yeah, that's
yeah,
fine.
but you know, I don't know. He just dismissed it. I don't know. He thinks that I'm always. He made a reference to me. You and your sources. And I was like, well, where do you find your information?
You and your citations. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Nobody
man?
really needs citations.
I want personal testimony. Give me personal testimony.
Dude, I was watching live when the broadcasts came in and we got the first pictures of Pluto. I was watching that live.
The planetoid. We have to say it's a planetoid.
It's got two moons. It's not, well, okay, it's small. It's planet. You call planetoids fine. But it's a planetoid.
I'm just technically not allowed to say that Pluto is a planet. All right. I may disagree with that, but anyway.
If it's got a satellite, it's not a satellite. That's the end of the discussion. It's
no,
at
a
least
planetoid
a
is not a satellite.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway,
Right,
there's 2 minutes to 12. That is the full hour. We've done the hour. Richard, as of I don't have anything else happening. I say the Wiccan lady may not come on for another month or so until our timings match up.
But what I was going to say about Pluto is you could also watch the people watching the screens when they saw the pictures at NASA. You can't fake the kind of surprise that knocks a person out of their chair.
Yeah,
they're not pretending.
No, my name.
Like this one woman literally like freaked out like that and fell off of her chair.
As of yesterday, my name has been on Mars for a year.
Right on.
I bought one of the tickets for the Mars rover that they get sent up with. Well, I didn't buy them. They're free. You just have to fill out the form and send it away and all that bollocks.
Yeah.
But, yep, my name is on Mars, and the Mars rover was there, I think, a year.
And when the aliens find your name and realize where you live, they're coming for you, buddy.
I'm just going to quote Richard.
Why'd you make such a mistake?
Did you know Richard? Have you met Richard?
Did you know? Wait. We're friends with aliens. We like you guys.
Yeah. No, me and Richard know about it, man. Like, don't stretch me arms out, okay? Go easy on me fucking arms with this Nephilim test shit. But I'll see Elena soon. Yeah. Oh, brilliant. Yeah, we'll have a chat with them. Elena can come stay with me.
Right on.
Because I'm in with the aliens. She's not
Sure.
staying with her mum. She's coming to stay with me.
That's right. That'll be safer.
Right. Everybody, thanks for coming. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the crack. And yeah, we'll all see you again next week for some more A History of. Oh, did I? No. Brilliant. Who's smart to put an outro at the bottom? Remember we did that last week? Yeah. Outro, people.